Alright, it's your Crane here. So today's Crackhead Idea. Alright, so today's Crackhead plan is to make a French Cleats shelf. Hoping to fix this. Look at that. It's growing because I'm working on a bunch of stuff. So I need a shelf over here. Okay, ignore this. So when I was not filming, I did progress on that. I have the basic structure. Give me a second. There. So hopefully that just goes like. So we have the whole. Okay, there we go. So this is how it's gonna be, or it's what I'm planning it to be. We just need to now cut the cleat and cut that wall rails and install it over here and just assemble the whole thing. And also pardon me for the mic quality. I'm recording with my GoPro microphone because I don't want to overcomplicate things. This is a rough video where I just want to make it and I want to see how it goes because I'm just repopulating the channel. Alright, so that seems like a good plan. Now we just work on it, I guess. Okay, we got almost 8 here, 8 inch here. So we gotta go like 8 by 3, so 2.6, 5.2. So we're gonna trust our eyes. I can't see. Yep, 3 cleats, 1, 2, 3. Then we need to kind of draw the 45 here. The way I'm gonna cut these cleat at the exact 45 is this thing is 0.75 inch. We got this 0.75 inch. This is that. So that creates a square over here. Now if you connect this 2 point, you get your 45 degree. We got ear protections.
Alright, a quick little disclaimer here. Do not try to attempt what I did right here. Trying to cut a 45 with a jigsaw cutter with an abomination of a setup like this is your death wish. By the grace of God, I got stable metal cutting angle grinder hands, so for me, as a professional guy, it's possible. But for you, I don't know about you. I do not recommend this. The blade can get stuck in the wood. This thing can break. It can cause a lot of things, so do not.
Okay, I think it's not too bad, but you might ask me like, okay, this is one cleat, this is one cleat, how you gonna make this cleat? So good question. Probably gonna cut through it, or you just really don't need to. Can it be double sided? No problem. I need to buy a vacuum.
Not only vacuum, you'll be like, Crane, why on earth you were cutting this all stuff inside of your room? Is that such a brilliant idea of yours? I'm like, I had a past 2 months of audio torture because of various festivals, and I wanted to return some favor. And that was a joke, by the way. It was raining outside. Trust me, it was not something like that. Oh shit.
Alright, so we got 3. Now, yeah, the sizes are questionable, but it'll work. I guess so. Well, it's not bad, eh?
Looking back, this footage right now, I honestly wish I could reverse back time, because right here, I made a mistake, which I will find out later, but or maybe it was a plan all along. It was a plan of God. When you cut cleats, the edge remains sharp, so sanding time. I'm craning it.
Now, I could have used angle grinder, but that's overkill for this show.
So I sanded the wood like there's no tomorrow, just as we get sanded in life to absorb that protective layer for the future. Damn.
I don't know if you can tell the difference. It's just absolute blowing light, but it's not perfect, but it's gonna work.
But not gonna lie, all of a sudden, for some reason, the sanding became a therapy for me. I don't know why. I started enjoying sanding the wood, because I probably never did before. Because if you use angle grinder, and you just basically destroys the wood, so you have to hand sand it. Or I mean, you could do this same with palm sander. I don't have that one, but not gonna lie, I found that very therapeutic. I don't know why. Just to file that wood and make it smooth by hand, it kind of brings back some kind of like, I don't know, I really can't put that in word, but it's a satisfying feeling. I don't know, maybe it's just, maybe I got OCD, that's why I find it satisfying, just like smoothing out the thing. Basically you're just crafting your craft. I don't know, I'm not an artist, I'm an artist, trust me, bro.
I'm surprised how beautiful this finishes look, sorta. Let's see. Alright, so it's nighttime and I'm gonna clean these, and then these takes like 6 to 8 hours to dry, so I would apply them, keep them for a night, and yeah, one layer is fine, I don't want too fancy. And this is different than varnish. This is Danish oil, which basically gets absorbed by these, and then it prevents cracking, sorta. Unlike varnish, which basically like a protective layer above it, it does not seeds into it, but this one does. I don't know how bad this will smell, so let's find it out together. Oh, that smells freaking horrible if you do. Oh, that is thick. It's great. This is sort of how it is without the stain, and after we put it, it already looks like this. That was just a drop. Oh, that's a lot, I guess. I've seen a couple of videos, don't worry, that how this thing to apply. It gives a nice finish. What the hell? It's like I want this finish every build. What the hell? I guess. Oh, now look at that. Yes, start getting the color. I don't know if you can see it. Gorgeous. Look at that. I don't know if you can see it, but this wood is normally without applying anything, and it's already got the layer on.
And I have found my new obsession, putting oil on these woods. I don't know again, I don't know why it felt therapeutic. Like, I've never done an oil finish for any of my wooden projects in the past. I always used to sand it, put a primer on it, and spray paint the thing, which used to be very tedious, but this itself is way more feasible, way more fast, and way more handy. And it gives like a sort of professional vibe, so it kind of ignites my professionalism, which I thought was pretty cool.
Maybe after building, assembling the whole thing, I'm just gonna do another coat. Kind of makes it this two thing. Give it a little bit like this. See how fast it's happening? Take this and across this. It works. Remainings of that, we need to just... Okay, I am the most dumb people to ever exist on earth. I'm just gonna close this. What is happening? Why everything is falling apart? What the hell? Okay, I'm just gonna... This is not that, right? Put it where it was. It's here. This remains here, this remains here, this remains here. I'm gonna just give it a gentle rub on this desk, because this, but I think it would just give it a overall shine. I'm not sure about that, but this is freaking therapeutic. What the hell? It's crazy. The day is closed, so see you in the morning. Good morning. Alright, so I let it dry for the whole night, and I think I can touch it. The smell persists. It looks pretty damn amazing so far. So we just assemble this thing. Let's go. Alright, so I'm gonna drill the pilot holes, that's what they are called. I'm not sure about that. Okay, let's see. Yesterday, I accidentally hit my balls with it. So the screw was stuck. So then this thing span and it was like, wait.
Whoa.
One hand. Crazy. Take your ball. Alright, so here's the situation. It fits sorta nice. I just need to get both of them together, but the problem is the bullet inside of this is it's a little bit elevated with this thing, which I don't know if you can do it.
So long story short, the bullet was stuck in it, so I had to re-drill to clear out that plastic piece from that hole.
First hit one side. See how? Bullshit. at that, even the color is great. That's great so far. Oh, will work out. Screwing at night. I love how I built this one workbench like I think 2 years ago, and serves this is the beauty of the DIY things, that when you think that okay, you're going to use it this way and you take the dimension that exactly for that purpose, it works flawless. It's custom made. That gives you a lot of flexibility. Now we need to see if it fits. We got the well, it does. Here comes the rain. Does it work now? You can't get order from these ones. Oh, we broke the freaking. Oh my god, that's okay. Great.
So here's the thing, as I mentioned before, in any of these builds you always hit a second wall at around 69% of the whole progress, and obviously it was not an exception for me either. Great. And obviously it has to be that very thing that I was foreshadowing from the first of that build. So when I first thought about making this French Cleat bookshelf, the primary thing what was in my head to use the existing holes on the wall and build on top of it, so then I don't have to manually make more holes on the concrete. So in that process I forgot to think about the distance between the two wall rails itself, unlike my previous French Cleat project where I actually went in Fusion 360 and designed the whole thing. So obviously I had to face that, and it was all great and everything until obviously the screw broke, and that was literally the cherry on top over everything.
Look at that, it just broke. Like, I was about to say that these ones are stronger screws. That's why I didn't use the Phillips-head black screws I had. Yeah, but here we are with a broken flathead. How can it happen?
Because now that's permanent. I can't put it out, or I can't like replace it. It's there. So guess what I did? Cut the cleats in half, so that would give me 4 cleats instead of having 2 cleats, and then I can just install it in the back of the thing. But first I had to assemble the whole thing.
So I'm gonna use 1.5 for this joint, 3 here, and I'm gonna use 1 inch for these. Perfect. Long loop. Phillips driving the 1 inch. Not sure. But there we have it. I kind of really love it. I don't know how that looks over there, but oh, it's small. Like, well, that's the thing. Like, after you build it, damn, it's hard to conceive. Like, there's a feeling just can't explain to you, but when you think that okay, it was just a bunch of wood laying and catching dust, and now you make this, and see how many we can fit here. Oh, there you go. Can it, oh, that's heavy as fuck. Yeah, it will take it. Now we just need to take it and fit 2 French Cleats and do that. I hope it can take the load, but not sure, but oh, that's gonna be so great. Alright, bunch of updates. First things first, I'm gonna install this shelf on 1 cleat, so it will be like this, which makes it perfect. So what I have to do is I have to cut these 2 cleats, so there will be 2 cleats that will just click in each just like that. Second thing is I need to use an angle grinder to smooth this thing out, so then I can also try to push this thing a little bit further, just like that. Okay, so these are the cleat A and these are the cleat B. I know it's uneven, it's janky, it's you know, you can name it whatever you want, but it's like a puzzle piece. This was ours. So now let's assemble this thing finally. Best combination ever. I'm gonna get things. Come on. Okay, what the hell? Okay, I almost was about to get it right there. Alright, moment of truth. But sort of works, except is that like tilted itself or like, oh okay, little, so that's the use of an angle grinder. Well, it works, that's for sure, but it's the last thing I want. Like, what the flip, man? There we go. Okay, so this thing, if you try and see here, is because the rail itself is not totally attached to the wall. There is a, put it there. Yeah, now this sag is, now this is the reason, like this sag is the reason I first thought about 2 cleats rather than 1. Other than that, you know, if you have 2, then basically you don't need to think about it, like those angle grinded ones, which itself is preventable. Will it go horribly wrong though? Okay, it's feeling the weight. I trust my screws. I don't like this, like the wobbliness of it. That's a lot of weight. This thing is bouncing. Yeah, the sag and the bounciness is real. That's why I wanted 2 cleats on it. So this is how it turned out. Well, it's functional. That's the side over there. Look at that. The behind thing running. Alright, so it's great. Is it a total failure? Well, it depends. So for a bookshelf, I mean the books were really heavy. It's sorta incomplete. However, if you think about it as a shelf itself, like if you put light stuff like the phone, or we want to just put some bunch of perfumes, I mean, which basically here it was the rack. I mean, it's a win. But before we go, we need to use angle grinder. We need to chop this thing off, mate.
Alright, so by this point, I was kinda low-key subconsciously pissed, and my favorite power tool have always been angle grinder. So the combination went absolutely monumental, biblical, to say the least. Well, guess what I did? So I was like, if I can't get the build right, at least it's a perfect excuse to get some really cool shots. And yes, here they are. Yeah, I was like, let me just have some fun and just freaking grind the shit out of this thing. Well, I mean, at least I had fun. So it's like, doesn't matter how the video turns out, doesn't matter how many people watch it, at least I had some fun, and I got the rack at the end of the day, and I got the job done. So like, I think I can call it a day pretty much. As abomination as it is, I learned a lot from this experience and this build, and I would definitely improve on the way, as I have improved from the past. Yeah.
I don't know, I got like kind of pissed. So I just like went full in and I took the chunk out of the wood. I don't know. And I just chopped the wood off. I didn't mean to do that though. Put this thing here. So, well, there we go. Alright, so that was it. So if you're watching this, means it's the end of the video. So I mean, thanks for stopping by, thanks for watching, I really appreciate that. Also special thanks to our channel member Chill level 257, to Week Zero, and Death Rider of the Apocalypse. I I really appreciate for you guys for everything. Thanks for watching. I mean, and you know the drill. Good night. Good luck. Keep yourself alive and stay human. Don't be a puppet. There you go. One thing done. I won't trust it bouncing, to be honest, but it works. It works. Just gonna squeeze these. Maybe I should do this way, I guess. Oopsie. French cleats. Also, if you want to know how I built this bad boy, I'm not gonna sit on this one. If you want to see this one, that's the video right there.